Hello Raiders, this is your senior correspondent Alan Alvarez, and over the next 6 days we're going to be showcasing a debate between Mr. Rodriguez and Coach Selin, and it's about your presidential candidates, Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. Hello Raiders, this is Alan Alvarez, your senior political correspondent, and today we're going to have a little debate.
And you are in AP government class right now, right?
Correct.
But with all due respect, Coach, he was in world history before that 2 years ago.
Correct. Okay. Now this is going to be a simple debate between Coach Selin and Mr. Rodriguez, and they're basically going to defend their candidate. So here's question number one. It's for Mr. Selin. What do you think your candidate will do for education?
Well, first of all, Alan, I would like to thank KSOH and Mr. Grau for having this debate. It's a great opportunity for me to get votes here at Southwest High, and I need every vote possible. And I would also like to recognize in the crowd my lovely wife, Michelle, the best first lady ever, okay, for all time. Thank you, Michelle, for standing behind me at all times. I appreciate that. Now, to your question. It's no question that us Democrats support education more than Republicans. Just look at the funding, just look at the support for education. The Republican position on education is sink or swim. You're just kind of in it for yourself. Now, listen. There's a lot of kids out there, including at schools like Southwest High, who need the federal support from education. They need to know that we're behind them and their struggles, and I want them to know that I am behind them 100%.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Selin.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Well,
now
if I could just respond to that.
yeah.
Thank you, Coach, for being here, and thank you, Alan, and also thank KSOH and Mr. Grau for having this debate, and the students of Southwest High School. And I don't need to call you out like, I love you, so we'll leave it at that. And this idea that the Republicans don't care about education, I don't know where it comes from. When I was governor of Massachusetts, or my candidate was governor of Massachusetts, schools were number one. We got schools up to number one. Yeah, they'd been like that for 10 years, but we kept them there. Now, the funding, just because you fund schools doesn't mean you care about school or that you don't care about kids. Is the funding going in the right place? How many, our schools are failing. We were number one at one point, and now we're behind countries like Turkey. And can a lot of Americans find Turkey on a map? Our problem isn't not funding education. We've been giving education money for a long time. But if the money's not going to the right place, if we're spending it on, giving more money to teachers who aren't being effective and not evaluating them, I think people should have choices.
Okay, thank you. Now, can you respond to that?
Yes, I'd like to respond to that. There's no question that Democrats support education more. It's an historical fact. It's not just the funding, Alan. It's the support behind them that kids, especially in minority areas, need to feel like they are supported. There's no question that the youth vote is much more in favor of me. The reason for that is because of this education issue. Just ask people like lovely Eileen in my class in AP. She says if Obama's not reelected, she is going to have trouble with student loans. I think that just speaks volumes for all students her age.
Including me.
Well, thank you for taking my side there, Alan.
Okay.